Thank you very much, Matthew, and you're getting all the Irish people that are here one after the other. And thank you very much for the introduction. I'm the finance spokesperson of my party, Fianna Fáil, in the Senate, and also the vice chair of the Finance Committee. And it's wonderful to be here for my second time in Ashraf 3. I was here in December for the first time, and it's amazing to see the improvements in infrastructure, in new buildings that have all happened. And obviously, despite the little bit of thunder last night and lightning, the difference in the weather between last December when we had some snow when I was here and today when we're in the high 20s, it is great to see a town being developed and built so quickly. As one of my UK colleagues said, it could take you 5 years in the UK to get planning permission, let alone actually turn a sod. If you go on Google Maps at the moment and look, the satellite image of this area is still a big field. It actually isn't. Google have not yet updated this, the image for what's actually here. So it's a testament to how fast you've managed to develop so much infrastructure. And the last time I was here, I got to visit your healthcare facilities, your opticians, your bakery, your cookering facilities, and it's so impressive. I saw a fire engine yesterday. It's so impressive to see a brand new town, a safe town in Albania, and I think it's fair that we do give credit to the Albanians for allowing the establishment and permitting and facilitating the establishment of such an important facility as Ashraf 3 here in Europe, in a relatively safe place, because we all know that the regime have tried. When we were in Paris last year, I was privileged last week to be in Berlin at the rally in Berlin with Patrick Kennedy and Ms. Betancourt and others, speaking at the Brandenburg Gate, a very symbolic place, particularly with Patrick Kennedy, whose uncle had spoken at the Berlin Wall back in the 60s before he was assassinated, and had made reference to freedom. We don't ever think that things won't change, and then the Berlin Wall falls, and it fell quickly. And I mentioned this yesterday. Equally, the Iron Curtain fell, and it fell quickly. Ireland is celebrating 100 years of our very first independent parliament, parliament that at the time wasn't permitted, and 3 years later then we actually gained our independence. But the first parliament, provisional parliament, was formed in 1919, and 2 or 3 years earlier that would have been unimaginable. So hopefully very soon we will see free, fair, democratic elections in Iran, and many of you will be there to able to vote in those free and fair elections. I'm sure initially at least we will be voting hopefully for President Maryam Rajavi to be the first president of the free and fair and democratic open Iran, where freedom of religion is allowed. Freedom to be a member of the Islamic faith, or a Christian faith, or no faith, if that's what you choose, and that's all part of the 10-point plan that we support. Certainly, I want to bring greetings from my fellow parliamentarians in Ireland, many of whom have been here, or not maybe in Albania, but certainly were in Paris in other years. I've been a member of the National Parliament for the last 3 years, and in that time, I think I've been in Paris at least 3 times. Dolat and Hussein and Mohammed would know this better than me, but I've certainly been in Paris at least 3 times. I've been in Albania twice. I've been in Geneva and Berlin, and it's great to see the work that the NCRI, PMOI, MEK are doing right across the globe. To have 47 different countries represented here this weekend is really phenomenal, and to bring people of such status and such credibility as Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York, very close to President Trump, former vice presidential candidate Joe Lieberman, and many other former presidents of Algeria, former presidents of Albania, prime ministers, many distinguished people from the United Kingdom, and right across Europe, South America, North America is really, really important. Many of the things that have been said yesterday and today I support thoroughly. It is important. The sanctions, I think, the squeeze must be put on the regime, tighten their financial tighten the noose, if you like, around their financial capability. Sanctions stop them or reduce their ability to raise funds and to inflict terror right across your region, in the Middle East, but also right across Europe, because the effects of what Iran is doing in Syria are ultimately affecting right across Europe and having a big effect on what's happening in Europe as well. There is huge global support for the NCRI. There is huge global support for all of you here in Ashraf 3. You could see that yesterday. You can see it here again today on this panel. And hopefully soon we will see action as much as talk. We will deliver results. We will have a free and fair regime in Iran. Many of you, I hope, will be back there in Iran, running the country for the benefit of all of the many 80 million people, a huge population. Many, as John Perry highlighted, 70% I think of the population is under 25, a phenomenally youthful population with great potential for success once you are free to do what you want to do and elect your governments in which you do. And hopefully very soon many of us here and all of you will be celebrating in Iran, in Tehran soon, and I wish you all the very best in the fight in the future. Thank you all very much.